Hello everyone, so in this video lecture I'll be teaching you how to work on index method using Laravel, that is index method of resources. So for that I'm starting up with some steps, that is creating route for index method. The second step will be the creating index method in our controller. Fine. The third method will be nothing but it will be easiest creating object inside the what we call is let's go with one more step, creating a post object inside the index method. Fine. And then using that post object I'll be fetching all the records that is available in the database, that is in the database table. Then I will be creating a view or blade template for Laravel that will be displaying all the informations, and then passing all these information gathered from table to the view, and then I will be displaying all sorts of information on the block. Fine. So these are the 7 steps which we need to take care, and I'll be teaching you how to go forward with this thing. So let's get started. So first and foremost thing, let's start with step number 1. I'll be going for get method, that is posts, and in that post I'll be taking up controller, and this controller is nothing but my class file, and I'll be typing : class with index method, providing the route name, that is posts.index. Why posts? Because that is my prefix that I have been decided, and this post is available for all of the my routing files. Fine. So this is nothing but my prefix for this entire SQL. So according to this thing, the first step is now completed. Let's go with the second step, and this second step is nothing but let's create public function index, and then I'll be done with the second step. Fine. Let's go for the third step, that is step number 3. I'm going to type $post object equal to new post, after which I'll be telling Laravel to fetch all the or get all the informations and reflect it back to the $post variable. So in this context, third step is also done. So let's go with the another stuff, that is fetching all the records, and in just one step that is also done, because $post equal to $post object arrow get is nothing but getting all the information from our database. After which I'm just going to create a blade file, which will take a lot of time. Let's start with that one, so step by step. So I'm going to view, going to posts, typing blade, that is index.blade. This index.blade is located in posts folder inside view. Fine. So accordingly I'm typing @extends layout. Also I'm typing @section content. You can view my previous video why I have written over here content. Fine, it's okay. For more information, yeah. So now I'm going to bulma.io, and this bulma.io will actually help me to find the card view. I want everything in a card view to display it in a very fashionable and stylish manner, rather than displaying it in a singular tabular format. I want all the posts to be displayed over here in this format. So I'm just going to copy this thing which is provided by Bulma itself and pasting it over here with columns as a class, and inside this columns I'm saying that I want columns of approximately 4 of the size. Fine. So its size is 4, and inside this I'll be pasting all the code that I have copied from Bulma. Fine. Over here, this will give me a nice better look for everything that I want. But before I go with this thing, I'll also need @for each or @for else loop But over here in this context I'll be using for else loop. Why? Because say for example if $posts becomes empty or there is no database, then I do not have to throw any extra errors. It will display it from for else loop itself. So over here I'm saying that no data found above the empty, and this will be my entire card view, and this loop will go on and on and on until everything is displayed or all the data are getting scrolled. Now over here I'm saying it up. The another step is that I have created partial view. Let's return $post to see if my post variable actually fetches the data from the database. So I would say this is kind of dry run of my code before I start publishing on the view itself. So let's dry run the entire code, and you can see all the JSON values that I expected are now displayed in JSON. Fine, all the values are now displayed in JSON. So one more step, going ahead and typing it up, return view, and in this I'm saying that posts.index. Fine, so it will execute index file or pass the values to the index file located in post folder. And yes, one more thing, I am also passing posts variable which I have already taken it over here. Okay, so let's go ahead and type all these things inside my view and fetch all the informations from the view itself. Right? So refreshing it will produce a single column all output in my browser. Fine, and one more thing, I over here it's written is 4 by 3, but I want is 300 by 200 in the size. Fine. Yes, one more thing I would like to say that I have not stored any of the pictures in my database, so I'll be fetching all the pictures or images from this randomly generated website, and this will actually generate a lot of not information but a lot of images for me, and that too random one, because I'll be providing them different types of IDs to generate different types of what we call as images. And yes, I also want, if the image does not load, then it should give me title value of on the image page. Fine. Rest of the things, say for example figure that is shown over here, I don't want a symbol 48 by 48 pixels shown over here in my page, because it's right now not useful for me, so I'm just going to remove it, but if you wish you can keep it. Fine, at your end. The second thing is I want title and subtitle both. Fine, but I am posting $post title over here. I don't need subtitle over there, but I need excerpt, that is nothing but my subtitle over here. Fine, so everything is ready. In this context also I'm typing manually saying created at I think I'm grammatically correct, created at and $post created at. Fine, so this will fetch the column with the name created at. Fine, and everything is ready in this context also. One more thing, I'll be changing 300 by 200 so as to look a good have a good feel over our website. So let's see, and let me show it to you. See, all the information that are coming on from the internet are on single row itself. Fine, but over here I'll be typing is multi-line. So Bulma CSS will take care of all the informations that if it is not fitted on one line, it will directly switch on to the second line. So this is also done, and very pretty much easily it is been established over here on my browser. I'll be also leaving two different spaces above the card view so as to make a good and stylish look in over here. Also, one more thing, you can see there are 4 different rows in my database and all the 4s are displayed over there in my page. So you can see over here I have size 7, and with this point I want created it with the least size because it is right now not useful, but sometime user might see it. Fine. So I'm typing it over here is size 7, that is my text is of size 7, and let's refresh it. You can see the size of the created it row or paragraph is now a lot smaller. Also, along with this thing, I am also showing it to you PHP page for formatting the different types of database. And one more thing, I also found this beautiful version of formatting the date in my page itself, and this is using format function. So I'll be copying all this information from Stack Overflow, typing format, and I want the entire thing in this format itself. With this I also want yes, so I also want it to be 25th May 2020. So J stands for 25th, F stands for month, and Y stands for year. So all the informations are now done. So I have from step 1 to step 7 all the things are covered. But let me correct the previous stuff which I promised that I will be changing it in the later versions of my videos, and that is I want that it should go to index when it creates any new post, then it should directly redirect myself onto the index post. Fine. So over here I have typed all the informations onto my create form and submitting it, and yes, it's done. Everything is working fine, and it has redirected me to the different page. You can see whenever I refresh it, different images are loaded from the website itself. This is because it is randomly generated having images fine from internet itself. You can also define statically or fetch from the database itself. I also typed all posts gone, that is I have given a header, and now I am going for footer. I want some good spacing between the content and the footer, and that's it. Fine. So header is also given, footer is also given, and everything is working fine in this context, and all the things that we have discussed are now fulfilled. That is, the promise has been made. Fine. Thank you all. Do share, like, subscribe my channel. Fine. Have a nice time. Bye bye.